Do you need the charger for that, Damon? Do you need the charger for the computer?
Yes,
Please.
please.
How's your foot, Jolly Molly?
Right.
Hurting, mate? Hey?
Yeah.
You want some Panadol?
Huh?
Do you want some Panadol?
No thanks.
Hey John.
What?
When you start talking to us nicely, we're going to treat you nicely.
I
Since when?
Alright.
was like mainly inspired by it, alright?
I wish like when you got those
Self-man,
in the series.
man, with a bear self-man, man, little deep man, little deep man, kiss a gay man, little deep man, kiss a gay man, little deep man, kiss a gay man, little deep. Imagine not opening. Why are you doing this? I have to install another copy. Be yourself back. Be yourself back. Be yourself back. Be yourself. Be little gay man. Bun. Get a gay bun. Little gay bun. So fun. Hey, self bun. Dun dun dee. Hey, be yourself bun. Bun. Gay. Little gay bun. Be yourself bun. Little gay bun. Hey, Joel.
What?
Hey, Mom.
Listen, mate, I'm just going to let you know right now
What?
that we're all very unhappy, and I'm not paying attention to what you're going to ask me. You've had enough. I know you don't mean to do it, but we're not dealing with it anymore. Do you understand?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You're having a hot dog for tea? You want a hot dog?
Oh, hot dog for me.
If you behave, you'll get a hot dog.
Why have to be good?
You what? Being good now, are you?
Why have to be good?
Everyone can make all these skills.
Building a complete Amazon streaming setup part 5. Since I was making a YouTube Building a complete Amazon streaming setup part 5. Since I was making a YouTube video about this build, I decided to buy 2 microphones, because that way I could find the best product. This microphone was $35 and then this one was $180. Now in order to test them, I needed a headset, so I bought the HyperX Cloud Alpha. It had an insane amount of reviews on Amazon. Now this is the sound of the $180 mic. So I think we are ready to test the DT mic. Everything should be recording. Now my opinion on this mic stays the same as what I said during that video. It sounds really deep and processed and kinda professional by default. However, immediately after that, I tested a $30 mic. This is what it sounded like. So this is a test of the cheaper microphone. I'm really curious how this will sound. Definitely impressive for $35, so I kept it in the setup. Follow for part 6. Building a complete Amazon
This is an iPhone.
Building a complete
This is an iPhone 13. Let's drown it in Prime, the hydration drink made by KSI and Logan Paul, and see if it can protect it from a 30-foot drop. We've got 5 different flavors here, so might as well use all of them. Oh, look at that, lemon and lime. We've got to get some grape going. And then we're going to top it off with a bit of orange. Check the gradient on that. Okay, the phone is completely covered for maximum protection. Time to freeze. 1 week later, been primed. Come out! Oh, it's coming. Wait, how is the screen still on? This is so cool. Cold. It's really cold. 3, 2, 1. I have absolutely no idea if that worked. Come on. Yes! It works! All the buttons are completely frozen solid, but the screen still works. So there you have it. KSI and Logan Paul Can Siri book you a haircut? Hey Siri, call the hairdresser.
Now that you have a Tesla, try the light show. It'll blow your mind. Okay. I got the car so dirty from the beach. Light show, right there. Park outside and enjoy the show. Okay, so I have to park outside. I'm gonna press start the show. Let's do all the way up, baby. Okay, it just said get out of the car and wait for the show to happen. What the heck? It's rolling down the windows. What the heck is going on?
Flash warning.
Hold on, it's opening the trunk? What the heck? Okay. That was insane. Now that you have a Tesla, try the light show. It'll blow your mind.
You boys using this chair?
No, it's all your space, Chief.
Iron Man.
Top 5 most insane Xbox consoles. So number 5 is the Sonic the Hedgehog Xbox. I love that gold ring around the vent, but what are those controllers? Then they actually made not one, not two, but 3 different Xboxes, all themed around the Wonder Woman 1984 movie. And 5 tech myths busted. More signal.
I'm gonna give you this iPhone 13, but I want it back in a year, okay? Random, but okay.
If he wants it back in a year, I guess I could sell it now for $1,000, and then when Apple inevitably comes out with the iPhone 14, they'll discount this model. I'll buy it back for $600, thus I'll profit $400.
Hey, how's it going? Do you have that iPhone 13? Yeah, but to be honest, I sold it the day you gave it to me knowing the price would go down, and then I bought it back again now that it's cheaper. So you borrowed my iPhone, and when it came to returning it, you bought it back for less than what you sold it for, so you made a profit on me. Yeah, I guess. Then you've learned the lesson, my son. What lesson? I just showed you what shorting a stock is. You borrow a share of a stock, and when it comes to returning it, if you can buy it back for less, you make a profit. If not, you'll take a loss. That took a year for you to explain? No, it took about 45 seconds, which is the length of this video. You better follow me now. Jeez. I'm gonna give you this iPhone 13.
Pour some salt, just like that. Then we're gonna pour some sugar. And then we just pour some water, and supposedly it's supposed to make snow. So let's try it out. 3, 2. Is it working? Oh!
Okay. Oh, look, it didn't work. Want to know why? Because what he actually did was use instant snow. And as you can see, we now have snow. Stop the cap!
Pour some salt.
In the frosty air, Tesla haters look for any way to hate this vehicle. What happens if it runs out of charge? What happens if your vehicle runs out of gas? Those doors don't look safe. What happens if my kid gets their fingers caught in them? Your kid can get their finger caught in any door. That's how you change gears? What happens if your screen freezes? What happens if your gear selector falls off? I would never get white interior.
This drawing will put you...
Tesla haters look for any way to hate this vehicle. What happens if it runs out of charge? What happens if your vehicle runs out of gas? Those doors don't look safe. What happens if my kid gets their fingers caught in them? Your kid can get their finger caught in any door. That's how you change gears? What happens if your screen freezes? What happens if your gear selector falls off? I would never get white interior. It would show too much of the dirt.
This drawing will...
Tesla haters look for any way to hate this vehicle.
This drawing will put you in a...
Tesla haters look...
Pour some salt.
I'm gonna give you this...
5 tech myths. Top 5.
In Iron...
Now that you...
This is...
Building a complete Amazon streaming setup part 5. Since I was making a YouTube video about this build, I decided...
Down the road and far away would be devastating.
Do not go down there! Do not!
It is! It is! It is!
No!
It's picking up speed!
Begging you, please!
It's picking up speed!
Oh! Hey, stop! 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 Stop!
Oh, you lucky man!
Devastating.
Hey, Stanford, look up! Good luck! Stanford's got a plan.
I've got to somehow just scrap here.
There is actually nothing wrong with creating a natural barrier. I will allow it.
Oh! That's a big stick. It's got somewhat of a plan. Look how many sticks he has.
Stanford is what I would regard as foraging at the moment.
His score's on 8 now. Where is he going to end up? Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Will it stop? Oh!
Devastating.
Sit! Oh! What the star?
Oh. I'm going for that little corner pocket.
Ooh.
Oh, he's done it!
He's freaking done it.
He's done it, he's done it.
Go for it, roll. Here he goes.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
That's his spot, though.
Hey! Progress!
Nestle behind the piney.
Oh, soft hands.
He's building.
Oh, he's done it.
He's building.
He's done it.
Come on. Yeah, that's good.
Back a plate. Oh, yeah.
Get out there! Blue sky.
He made it. Stanford putting the dust boot in. Oh, good distance.
Yeah, I couldn't throw that far.
Oh, that's classy. That'll roll down.
Now we're walking a heron about 120 away.
Oh,
roll! Bada bing, bada boom. How's the quaddie?
Yeah, the left string was a little tight.
Incoming Gaunson toe.
to the road, to the road, to the road.
If he goes to the right. Oh, go! Go! Get on the road! Oh. Ooh, airborne. Gaunson toe round 2. Yeah, there's a bit of class from the big fella
not
there.
bad.
That's nice. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. And in? Oh.
Stop!
Drive for show, putt for dough.
Bread.
Bye-bye.
Don't you dare hit this.
Don't you do it.
Oh.
Bada bing, bada boom. Gaunson's finished the hole with a monstrous lead. Ooh, that's a deft touch.
Learn from that, Stanford.
Perfect. Thank goodness that's done.
Gaunson, first attempt at the world's highest ever mini golf hole in one. 100 attempts, here we go. Since I was making a YouTube video about this build, I decided to buy 2 microphones, because that way I could find the best product. This microphone was $35, and then this one was $180. Now in order to test them, I needed a headset.
98 to go, everyone.
Wait! Did you download Grammarly?
Come on. Oh, heck. Ooh. It's a good reaction from you.
Hi there, my name's Vince from My Mate Vince, and in this video today we're going to try to fix up this 4K HDMI switch. So this is something where you would have 5 different inputs to 1 output. For example, you haven't got many HDMI ports on your TV and you plug in the cable from the TV to here, and then you can have 5 different inputs. You can select the input by pressing this here and it will cycle through the different inputs, or you've got the little remote control here that you can press here as long as you plug in this little IR receiver here, like so. Very cheap devices. I'm not sure about the 4K ones, but I've got a few of these in my house. They were, from memory, between £5 and £10. They weren't expensive, so maybe 4K ones might be up on the £10 mark. So it was sent in by a subscriber called Steve, and he's also sent in something else as well, so we'll look at that in another video. But it says here, HDMI switch 5 to 1. When the power cable is plugged in, it gets very hot. Maybe an easy fix for you. Right, well, check this out. He is not wrong, but there's something interesting, because when I use the lead from this one here, it cuts out straight away. So let's get rid of this and this for the time being, because we're not going to need that. Watch this. So you can see now, there's nothing wrong with the lead there. Now, when I plug it into here, it draws a huge amount of amps. Can you see there, 1.5 amps. And sure enough, after a minute, you can feel the lead getting warm. I can already feel it heating up now. Okay, so you take my word for that, you can see it's drawing that. But look at this now, this is interesting. As far as I can see, the leads are the same. If I use the one from here and plug it in, it cuts out instantly. So watch this, work in. Sorry, wrong, wrong one, sorry. Work in, bang, off. Try to turn it on, nothing there. So it cuts out this straight away. So that says to me there's a short, but why is it working on this one? So now, on my one, really weird. So I want to test the lead to begin with. You can see now, when I plug in, hold on, did that light up there? There you go. Can you see there? They light up there for a split second. There. And then when you have the inputs connected, you can then go through them. Right, let's see if it lights up on Steve's lead. Yeah, it does. So what's going on? Why is it okay with one lead but not the other lead? Are the wires... I mean, I don't get that, because it should be just, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's measure for voltage. It should be just as outer pin negative, centre pin positive, unless it's different on this one here. But that would be a little bit confusing. So let's see now, on Steve's lead, what it's doing. So we have 5.1 volts, centre pin positive, yeah? Right. Now, which is what you would expect out of USB. Now let's go here. 5.2 centre pin positive. What is that about? Really, really strange. So that's the first thing that's confused me. Anyway, what this lead, so the neutral and the live is working fine all the way into the device. But I can't get to the circuit board because it needs to come apart. And the way it's put together is basically the bottom plastic is glued, yes, glued onto the main body. So there's no way you can get it off. I tried to use heat, it wasn't budging whatsoever. When I say glued, I mean properly welded, like really nicely welded. So this turns into, let's just find out what's wrong with it. I had to Dremel it to get it open. There's no tear down videos on this particular model, and I'm not wrong, it's glued. There's no doubt about it. I had to peel it, and then I had to basically make it so that the glue was only holding on by 1mm all the way around. Then I had to break the seal. There's no way that I can see that you can get in this without being completely destructive. So unfortunately it's unrepairable, which is a real shame, because maybe if they made it in a way with screws and rubber O-rings and stuff, they could have still made it waterproof while still being safe. I mean, I do get it. There's 240 volts going into this thing, and you're using it in a kitchen to mix stuff up. And a lot of those things that you're mixing could be wet or are going to be wet. So obviously you need it to be super safe because you've got 240 volts going into it. So I do get it. I just thought in my mind that it might have been repairable. But note to self, don't buy handheld blenders to try and fix, because I'd say probably most of them, maybe the more generic cheap ones, are just going to be glued together. So you can't fix it. But it was, as I say, not a fix it video anymore, can't be fixed, just to find out what actually went wrong. Yeah, long last. Big motor there. Looks like a 540 now, looks much bigger. I wonder, would that be better on a radio control car? What voltage are you? Oh, 220. Okay, no. Top one, we have continuity when we press that button here between these 2 points. Let's zoom in. Right, meter set to continuity. Going across here and pressing. Right, so it's not that. The turn for here, the power here. Oh, we've got a fuse. Is it going to be the fuse? Let's have a little looky here.
The Good Guys Black Friday sale is on now. Get 28% off this Samsung washer, these Dyson air purifiers.
Hello there, my mate Vince here, and in this video today we're going to try to fix up this Sega Saturn. I bought this one from eBay for around about £50. I'll flash up the listing. It said that it used to work and now it stopped working, which is the case with every broken item in the world. So I paid pretty much a similar price to a working one, but obviously I need a faulty one, and I think lots of people have cottoned on that if you put faulty on eBay you're going to get people like myself and the numerous other YouTube fixers buying it, so we end up paying a similar price to working stuff. I envisage in a few months we'll be paying more for broken stuff than working stuff, which is just this crazy reality that we live in. But there you go, there's not enough broken items in the world apparently. So let's bring it over to the blue mat and see what happens. When I plug in this has an internal power supply. When I plug in the cable into the back here, there's no light coming up. There should be a little light just here. So let's see what's going to be wrong with it. I'm going to say right now, I think it's going to be a power supply issue. I think it's going to be output capacitors. So you have your little thoughts now in your head what it might be, and let's see what it turns out to be. I'm hoping it's going to be a genuine fault, and I'm hoping if I do get it working that it's then not going to have a problem with the CD player, the disc player on this, because loads of these apparently have problems with the disc player, and that would bore me rigid. I'm sick of problems with disc players, hence the reason I don't buy a lot of that stuff anymore, because I can't think of anything worse than just trying to swap out the laser. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, watch this. If Plug it in here. Plug it in. You can see that there's nothing happening here. Do you know what? It could be a power button, couldn't it? Yeah, it might not be the power supply. Right, let's unplug it. The lead is definitely working, by the way, the fuse and stuff. Right, now, I have to say this. Oh, there's something. Something rattling around. Shock hazard, do not open. There may be an instance where I have to, with the cover off, plug this in. There's 240 volts going straight into here. There's enough to kill you. So only take this video purely for entertainment. Don't take it as a how-to. I've never taken one of these apart before. So, yeah, you know, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be successful or not. Right, let's undo the screws around the place. They look like crosshead screws. Okay, also what's nice is if you have a look in here, there's a little clock battery here, a CR2032, or in this case DL for Duracell. So yeah, just hidden away in there. Okay, now I have to be careful because I've had it plugged in, and just because it's not working, it doesn't mean that that capacitor still hasn't got enough volts to give you a nasty shock.
Yeah.
Now, what was rattling around? Right, well, let's get this out of the way because this is going to cause us problems. A little ribbon cable here and a little connection here. Oh, and another one here as well. What's going on? Oh, is this some sort of... What's that about? Is it just a strap? Looks like a ribbon cable. Oh, it's just like a little strap. Right, that is now free. Got a crystal here that is very easy to knock. So I'm hoping that's okay. It all looks extremely clean. So it looks like it's been well looked after.
Building your business online? Go to Wix.com and get your site up and running.
So I've got myself a little bit of an ongoing issue. You see, this is my iPhone 11 here, and you can clearly see that the entire back of the phone is completely shattered. But not only that, my iPhone 12 you can see is even more shattered, and we've got pieces missing, and we've got a decent crack down on the front screen as well. But luckily, so far, my iPhone 14 is in pristine condition so far. And I say so far because it's probably inevitable for me, but not for long. Because what is more protective than a suitcase? You trust it when you're traveling, so I'm gonna trust it on my iPhone. This is not the first time I built an absurd case for my iPhone. Because you see, last year I built myself a candy dispensing iPhone case. All you had to do was put candy into this one side, pull down the lever, and it shot candy high up into the air. And this all came about because I was sitting in that window over there and my iPhone fell out of my pocket and shattered on the sidewalk down below. And somebody took notice of that and sent me a little package. So let's give a big ol' thank you to Casetify for sponsoring this video. Now let's find out what's inside of here. Oh my God, it's got my name on it. They sent me an iPhone case with my name on it. So we've got that one. We've got another iPhone case here. Sounds pretty cool looking. Ooh, we got a psychedelic looking case here. And of course, the screen protector so I can save that front screen as well. And we got ourselves a sling. Well, okay then. So now my phone should be fully protected on the back and the front, but of course, that's not enough for me. Because I'm going to New York City in 2 days to celebrate Thanksgiving, and I'm going on an airplane, and I want a suitcase for this whole contraption. So it absolutely does not break. And you might actually remember, let's see, where is it? I did make a super small iPhone suitcase back in the day, but this thing did not stand up to the test of time. I mean, for one, I'm just like 10 times better designer than I am today than I was back then. Because look, the hinge barely stays closed, the wheel's already broken, and they didn't really work that well anyway. The handle doesn't stay closed whatsoever. And on the inside, there's no real organization or additional accessories, and that's what we're gonna do for version 2.0. It's just gonna have brand new everything. It's gonna be so much better. Let's get to work. And you know what they always say, good artists copy, but great artists steal. And that is exactly what we are doing on this project for the design. Because this is Casetify's brand new bounce case. And they had a whole bunch of people researching and doing design to make this thing the best case they've ever made. So why not just take some of the best features from this and put it into our design. Like on the corners here, we've got the EcoShock technology, and that's gonna protect it from any falls. So over on the suitcase itself, I added similar protection to the top corners for any dings and bangs. They told me I could drop my phone up to 21 feet with this case on and it won't break. So maybe we'll have to test that out later. But I also took their signature X pattern design here and I incorporated that into the top shell of the suitcase. And I think it gives it a really cool look. The case is also MagSafe compatible, so I can take an Apple power bank and attach it to there. So we're building this into the case itself and having a perfect little compartment for it. Also on the other side, there's gonna be a section to put an Apple AirTag so I do not lose my suitcase, a compartment for my AirPods, as well as one for a charging brick and to wrap a charging cable around. Plus everything else got a huge upgrade from the wheels. We're going from 4 to 8. We're gonna have a nice cushiony handle that will lock right into place, and everything is just gonna be so much better. And if you guys wanna check out the technology for yourself, it's Black Friday, baby. So Casetify has their biggest sale of the year. Go check out this link down below, and you can get some amazing deals on some awesome tech accessories for your phone. 'Cause I'm gonna be rocking this thing nonstop. Also, I have a new printer in the studio that can print multiple colors at once. So this thing is going to be looking so good. Let the time-lapse printing begin. Okay, wait, cut the soothing electronic music. I want to put this to the test and see if anything will actually break. Okay, let's see how that did. No cracks, no breaks, but I don't think that was good enough.
Are you going to have some of those noodles done or are you going to have hot dogs?
When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help.
Wait,
That should be good enough. Let's see how it's holding up. I don't know, there's no scratches, no dings, and no cracks on the screen. So now I think it's time we can cue back up the soothing electronic music. This has got to be my new favorite printer. Just look. This is just one print. Look at all those different colors. It looks so amazingly good. I know that I typically don't do like full reviews on 3D printers. I just showcase how I use them here in the studio. But let me know if you want me to do a full 3D printer review down in the comments. Maybe I'll start with this Bamboo Lab X1 with all of these different colors. They look so good. But this isn't the only part that we have printed. We have the whole suitcase to put together now. That's right, let's see. We've got the top X pattern design. That's looking pretty good. We have my own EcoShock technology here, and I printed it in TPU filament, so look how nice and flexible that is. So hopefully this will protect my phone even more. I also printed the wheels in the same TPU material so that they have nice cushioning when they're rolling on the ground. And then the top compartment that is going to house all of our other Apple accessories for our trip. Oh, I can't wait to see this thing assembled, so let's get to work.
Oh, what about the MacBook? About what about the MacBook?
very last piece I need for this invention to be complete. Okay, I can't hide it anymore. It looks just so good. Introducing the extraordinarily beefier iSuitcase. So much beefier. But I think the inside might be my favorite part. I mean, look at all of those details. Look at the wheels. Look how nicely they spin. And the TPU handle is nice and squishy, so I will never have an uncomfortable experience. But let's go check out all of the details. So just like on the Caseify case, we have our very own EcoShock technology to keep everything safe just in case anything hits the corners. And we've got the classic X design here on the lid, and then when you open it up is when we reveal all of the goodies. So just like we talked about it having MagSafe here, I just have to take my MagSafe power bank and slide it right into place here. I also added a little finger hole here so you can easily pop it out when you don't want it inside the suitcase. And it's designed to perfectly fit the case in there, so we slide that in there, and now it starts charging. That's so cool. Onto the other side for all the other fun stuff. So still using magnets, we can go ahead and take the air tag and stick that right in there so that we never lose it. And there's another MagSafe puck so I can snap my AirPods Pro in there. Then we can snap our USB-C charging brick right there. And lastly, wrap up our lightning cable around this here. There it is, fully stocked and ready to go. Oh yeah, I also added in magnets here so that when it closes, it snaps right into place. I don't know about you guys, I'm getting like a Louis Vuitton luggage vibe from this thing. This thing is fancy. Oh yeah, we can't forget about the extending rod so that I can actually use it while I'm walking around the airport. Okay, we'll grab onto it here and start carting it around. First impressions is that it is super smooth. Would you do a double take if you saw someone walking by like this? I dig it. I think this is definitely some of my best work here.
Unnecessary inventions.
But you know what? I'm gonna be late to my flight, so I gotta get this stuff packed up and ready to go. I'm just going for a quick trip, so I have just my carry-on backpack and my iPhone luggage. Except, you know what? I just realized that my ticket only includes one carry-on item. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my phone because I think my new Caseify case is gonna be just fine for my trip to New York City. I'm gonna leave the luggage at home. If you guys wanna see it in a future video, comment down below where I should fly to with my luggage. But don't forget that Caseify is having their biggest sale ever. Use my link down in the description to get some awesome tech accessories at an awesome price. And with that, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you at the next unnecessary invention. See ya!
I will never use the game store. Never. Unnecessary inventions.
So I've got myself a little bit of an ongoing issue. You see, this is my iPhone 11 here, and you can clearly see that the entire...
Can you do one line?
Just one line of tomato sauce on it.
How about we 3 lines? So 2 lines that on a they're straight, but they're diagonal, and on the third one is on the top, in the middle is the top.
Too many people parenting your parenting? Your baby deserves less. 2 ingredients